gotta start making some goddamn TikTok edits again. Get back to my roots. Get back to my fucking ego lifter dogging on the whoever else's kind of memes with the fucking yeet sound effects and the CapCut edits. Yeah, I love making those. Those are fun. So, expect more. I know I'm such a schmuck. I say all sorts of stuff, and I don't end up doing it now. Get ready for it. The TikTok is going to get a revamp. It's just a little bit trickier because recording shit on your phone is awesome if you're posting TikToks or like Instagram Reels or whatever, because you can edit them on the phone, and then you can fucking upload them on the phone, and it's all right there in your hand the whole time. With the camera and everything, you got to go SD card, computer, and then if you want it on your phone, you have to get like a little like adapter, and like the files don't really transfer, and your phone's not as powerful as a computer to actually edit them. You know, you get the deal. You get the deal. So little how about this little tip for anybody lifting wise who's curious about it's like, you know, maybe I should start a fitness page. Maybe I should start posting some stuff. You know, I'm pretty big. I can follow some trends. I can copy some random funny TikToks. I'll give you this is the rundown. So this was my approach going back like, yeah, it's almost 2 years on the day since I made the first like lifting kind of focused TikToks, and then now it's fucking blown up to here. I knew I was gonna end up posting stuff eventually, but in my mind I kind of wanted to wait until I was already pretty big, because that's gonna help. You know, there's a few things that, looking at it on the social media side of things, like if I put my social media hat on, there's a few things that will relate pretty directly to more engagement, right? One of those things is, at least fitness wise, is being pretty big. If you're big, people are probably gonna watch your little edit or whatever, right? It helps. Being lean is probably just as important on the opposite spectrum. You know, a fucking lean 190 pounder, and then if he's making like a benching Lizzo challenge TikTok or something, I'm gonna watch that. It's funny. So that and then, you know, say something silly. I love the silly posts, or the silly ones, the ironic ones. And this is just my take. You know, it's not like the right answer or anything, but if you're gonna start posting stuff, try not to fall under the category of like feeling intense. You know, because I've been there. Everybody's been there. There's like, it must just be some way that our minds are wired. When you want to post something workout wise, you want to like say how serious you are. It's like, you know, if I make a TikTok post of a chest day, I'm like, you gotta want him, and it's like just some badass like fucking metal music or whatever else. You know, that feels pretty hype to me. But that's so classic, you know. Say something funny. Say something silly. Add a goofy caption you wouldn't expect. You know, I think that's even more funny, especially if you're pretty big, because then it makes it like kind of a fucking like ironic situation. You know, like I'm talking about my mom picking me up and I'm like squatting 500 pounds or something. Right? That's the kind of stuff I like. Not that, you know, I have all the answers or anything, but if that's you, one more little tip: be consistent. Fucking spam your page, 3 posts a day. You know, clip, maybe record. I mean, before I actually recorded all the sets for these videos, all I would end up doing is I'd record like 2 or 3 sets, no talking, no nothing, and then record like some flexing at the end of it. And that's all you need to make a couple little posts. Because you add it to music, you know, go on CapCut, time your clips so that they like transition right on the beat drops, and maybe add like a little transition effect so that like the screen shakes and wobbles and whatever. That's just gonna kind of trigger your dopamine system, makes it look cool. And then, you know, that was fucking it for a while. I'm gonna start spamming those again. But one more tip before we start talking about legs, apart from being consistent, because I mean, I'm kind of spoiled because At least for me, all this stuff has fucking grown pretty smoothly exponentially. But there's guys who who I was posting TikToks at the same time with, both at like similar size accounts, like 50K followers, 20K, like fuck, what are the names? Like this crazy tall guy, D-ball grind sets. There's a couple other characters, but if I could give you one tip, social media wise, and this doesn't even have to be working out. It could be anything, but you can look at your analytics, and what's going to happen is you're going to see you're going to see all sorts of graphs, but you should be able to realize little bits of patterns where you can potentially make adjustments to whatever you're posting. Now, this is kind of tips towards somebody who wants to, like, gradually, right, get more fucking views. That's just cool, right? The first time you get 10,000 followers on your TikTok account, that's pretty fucking wild. But you'll see this graph of your engagement, your whatever. Anytime you see a spike, anytime there's like a big spike compared to normal, look at whatever you just posted or whatever you just said, and just take that into account. Because odds are, for whatever reason, that post was probably the coolest. Like maybe you made a little like workout edit, like dunking on somebody. I don't know. Do whatever you want. It's got to be funny, or it's got to be something you think is cool or funny. And then, right, you see a spike. Maybe you look at whatever got that spike and just keep pumping them out. And don't be fooled. It's not necessarily an overnight situation. It will take a couple of months. But if you're into working out in general, then you should know that. I mean, this is pretty much one of the longest games you can get into. But that's my thoughts there. So all I'm saying is I gotta add some workout edits on the TikTok and start spamming them. But plan for today, legs. Still waiting for the caffeine to hit me. So hamstrings and quads. Hamstrings and quads. A pretty solid combination, and definitely a taxing one. Definitely a rather taxing one. So hamstrings first, which I know exactly what it's going to be made up of. There's a seated hamstring machine curl that I like at this gym. That will definitely be done. The laying curl at this gym is also pretty fucking cool. I think they're either both are they hammer strength or life fitness? I don't know. But either way, they're my favorite hamstring curls. The laying one and the seated one. These ones both hit my hamstrings the fucking best way. So that's first, and then quads, man. Leg extensions as the first maybe 2-3 sets. And then there's a machine leg press that I didn't know that I really liked, which is definitely going to come into play after those leg extensions, and potentially in tandem. I don't know if you've ever done this, but I'm quite the fan. It's a leg extension superset with the leg press. No, I'm not talking 10 plates or anything, but getting a leg extension of a moderate weight, 15-20 reps. Maybe not to like direct complete failure, but enough that your quads are definitely fatigued, and then get under a leg press and try to burn out. Pick a weight where you can do at least 10 or so. That's nasty. That's a nasty combination. But I think enough alluding to the lift. How about we just get in there and do it for real? All right. Not insanely crazy weight wise today. And I couldn't tell you exactly why. I mean, overall, I feel well rested, well hydrated, well everything. But I can tell, I think it was maybe 2 or 3 leg days ago, my hamstrings felt extra strong. I'm like just full sack like nothing. Whereas today, I feel like I should err on the side of caution a little bit. And my my lifter sense it's going off. And as I've gotten a little bit more experience, I'm starting to listen to it a little more. Instead of just saying, "Oh, I did the full stack 2 weeks ago," I can totally do it right now, even if it feels a little weird. Right? Guess what? That's an equation for ripping your hamstring off. So I'll be a little more moderate. 2/3 of the stack, and then this will be a controlled set, at least for the first portion. So the first 10, 15 reps, however many, full 1 second hold. Well, maybe not a full second, but a good hold at the bottom. Really try to squeeze, try to make sure every fiber of my hamstring is actually fucking contracted. Back up slow, same shit. And then once I can't really do a good hold, I'll burn out with kind of some more momentum-y kind of reps, just to really get every drop out of my fucking hamstrings, if you get what I'm saying. Crap. Music's not playing. There we go. Okay. Oh. A few more just like that. Okay. Oh my god. Holy shit. Okay. All right. Let's do one more. This will be a slightly heavier, just straight up burnout kind of set. And part of the reason I like doing these, and I know, any form fanatic, any fucking tempo freak is going to say, Sam, you had the right track with the first 3 sets. What the hell are you doing now? Just pumping reps out. You were doing awesome, like fast concentric, hold, and then a slow eccentric. That's picture perfect. Look, man, changing it up gives me a better hamstring pump. Right? That's all I know. That's all I know, man. So if I'm gonna get a pretty nasty fucking pump, reasonable fucking fatigue, and what I would consider solid hamstring stimulus, adding some sets in like this, and maybe some of the later ones down the line, then I'm gonna throw them in, man. And then not even based on just the fact that I know I like it, and it does feel like it makes the workout more effective, just because I get a really nasty fucking feel in my hamstrings at the end of it, in a good way. Just following basic logic, you gotta think, man. There's so many different ways to do different sets, weight, rep schemes, rep numbers, fucking varying amounts of intensities and everything else. Look, I think there is no one answer. Not one of these particular styles or like perfect forms or anything else is exactly perfect. I think they're all pretty fucking effective, and they're all going to give you slightly different feelings at the end of them. So if that's the case, if I've got my sidearm, but I've also got a fucking AR and a sniper on my back, like I'm doing uh fuck, what's the perk where you can, oh, I don't know. But if I've got all sorts of fucking weapons at my disposal, I'm gonna use them all. I'm not just gonna do fucking one. because one is not suited for every possible situation, man. You know, you never know. So this will be a good one and very differently executed than the previous ones. Gonna skip to the good part. It's the Broly and he lifts edit. No. Okay. Yeah. That's enough here. Let's change things up. Oh my gosh. Again, let's change it up with the fucking style of the set. So, this is probably one of, if not my favorite laying hamstring curl machine. Just something about it is fucking sick. But this rep is not going to look like the last set or the three previous. So, what I kind of want to do here, this is mainly something I would do at the end of hamstrings or at least tapering towards the end of the workout. I might not want to start a lift with this kind of set because it does kind of feel better for me once my hamstrings are already pretty pumped. But the plan is same thing, like slow tempo reps. There's going to be a portion of holding, but I'm not going to be holding it at the top just to kind of add fatigue as like an intensifier. I'm going to hold the stretch position for an extra second and then do a rep and just hold it, then do one and just hold it. I mean, just a different way to change it up. And this is moderate weight. This isn't too crazy. So I'll be able to really squeeze hard. All right, come on. Oh, yeah. Oh. Oh my God. Oh, okay. One more. And this one won't be this will be just a burnout set. Same weight though. Same fucking weight. End of fucking hamstrings after those heavy sets of seated. I don't need the stack, man. I don't need the stack for these. Oh. You know, I really wish. Actually, you know what? Maybe this fucking wish is a little bit too dystopian. Oh, remember when everybody was hyping up smell-o-vision? It's like that was the future of media. Maybe I need to get a Neuralink. You would have to get one too. And then you could actually feel what I'm feeling during that set of hamstrings. But they're cooked, pumped to hell. I can tell I'm really carved up. So hamstrings done. Let's move on to quads, but let's just say I anticipate some swelling in the very near future. So this is an interesting set. This isn't exactly what I would usually consider like a legit working set because for whatever reason, like my quads are sore in a weird way. Like they're not sore from the last quad day, but just something about them. I feel like they need a little bit extra warming up than just regular warm up reps. Like before, I normally do a nasty set of leg extensions. It pretty much just looks like 5 reps on the right, 5 on the left, up the weight, a few pegs, same thing, until I reach working weight level. But for whatever reason, these uh these need a kickstart. These need a jump. You know, I wasn't around for it, but I've seen Karate Kid. Remember when they had to push his car and then get the engine revving? That's what I'm talking about. So that's kind of the purpose of this first one. Very light, very squeezing focus, kind of just at least for me to get my quads into gear. Because for whatever reason, they just feel a little bit cold, colder than normal. But I'm still gonna go as hard as possible. Especially since I'm listening to a Rock Lee fucking edit. All right. Okay, one more. A little heavier. One more. Okay. Let's repeat that set, but I'm a little warmer now. I can go a little heavier. Yeah. Oh my God. One more. Oh my God. I think I lied to you. I want to do one more of these. These feel so fucking good that I don't want to move on yet. I want to do one more. And that's not the rarest occurrence. I think it's not like a flawed mentality or anything, but if you have a workout written out before you're actually in the gym, before you're actually feeling the weights, and like you get to tell what's, firing well, what might feel a little bit weird, then I think you're just not planning with the complete fucking knowledge that you could have for your lift. If I were to write out a leg day, I could probably write out a pretty decent workout. I probably could have guessed before I came here, like, okay, 2 sets of seated curl. I like that. 2 sets RDL, 3 sets laying curl. Uh, Probably 2 sets of leg extensions. Like I could write out the whole workout, but I don't know all the fucking cards, man. I don't actually have all the intel until I'm in here. So I don't feel like, I'm not winging these workouts per se. I'm making my exercise selections based on what feels best and what I think is going to feel best at that current moment. So instead of fucking picking my horse right at the starting line, I get to wait till it's just about to fucking cross the finish line to say, okay, I bet that one's going to feel pretty good because I've got more details. So that's my thoughts on the matter. Now, if you're more of a beginner guy, you're still getting your fucking experience lifting, a rigid, like written out workout routine, I would say is better. But as you get more fucking experience and you really just like know what you're doing, then I think being a little bit more intuitive with your training, uh, combined with actually pushing it, someone could say they're intuitive with their training and always say, "Oh, I don't want to do squats today. It's not going to feel good for my quads." but really the guy's just fucking lazy. So that's not what I'm trying to say. But one more here, and then move on to some sort of pressing. Oh my God. Man. Last one. Holy shit. Yeah. Oh my God. Oh, those were an awesome 4 sets to open with. Let's maintain this fucking energy with some leg press. Okay, so I'm gonna directly copy a set whom I saw performed by a certain Mr. Walker, a certain Nick Walker. Not sure you know him. It's pretty big, but in terms of the lighter, no, not lighter. That's I don't no. In terms of the controlled, solid tempo reps, it's pretty much the fucking pinnacle. Which isn't necessarily the style that I've been doing for the last like couple of years or so, but I think that's just because I've been limiting my fucking approach to my training. So I don't remember exactly when I saw it, but he's doing pretty much a leg press like this. Or no, it's a sled leg press, but he's doing single leg, very controlled, kind of just accruing damage instead of like throwing the weight around as fast as possible, like I'm typically prone to. So I'm gonna make this a very slow set, very slow, controlled, and nasty. Left leg first. All right, come on. Actually, I'm gonna back this up one more notch. Come on. There we go. No. 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 Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Holy crap. Okay. That might have been a little too light, but those were nasty. And again, not only do I think it's good to change up your fucking training, but odds are having a fucking varied style of sets in your lift, it's just gonna be fucking better for you. So I think one more plate, and then we'll decide what's next. Ooh, but I like that a lot. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. One more. Well, keep getting after it. He's squatting a bajillion pounds over there. Not me today. I'm sticking to this leg press. So this set's gonna be a little different because I'm gonna do it like the sets I've been doing before. I don't know why I love it, but I like doing these 5 rep alternating sets. And not just because like, oh, it's easier or something, but like something about the way it feels, it makes it easier for me to go a lot harder. I kind of made this analogy yesterday in the arm day video because I did a set like this for curls. I did 5 and then 5 and then 5. And in the spirit of changing things up, I think this is a really good way to do it because instead of doing a set where you're just doing one rep or one side or like both sides at once, like straight throughout the whole set, like just a regular straight set. I feel like that's like you're gaining fatigue at a very linear rate. Whereas with a set like I'm about to do, where I'm going to do 5 reps on the left side, then 5 on the right, then 5 on the left, it feels a little bit more like this. Like, okay, I'm getting fatigued during those 5 reps. And then once I switch sides, the side that's now getting rest is getting a little bit of recovery. And then getting stressed again, and then a little bit of recovery, then stressed again. And I feel like that sort of like climb and fall of fatigue lets me go further in a set than just taking it linearly. So I'm not going to say it's like objectively better or worse, but I know I like it for at least a couple sets. So that's the plan for this one. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Left, right, good night, goddammit. All right. All right, come on. Holy shit. Okay. One more. Oh, God. Okay. That's enough here. Let's move on. Oh, God. We're in the end game. We're in the end game of quads. Not totally done, but this is the, well, maybe not home stretch, but I'm coming around the final corner. So this is going to be that superset I was talking about in the car. Leg extensions, and then I'm going to run over there to the leg press and really just burn out. So I'm going to start off with really light squeezing, kind of burning reps over here, because I like this combination of movements, not only because it's intense, right? It does let me get a lot of fatigue out on the leg extension so that failure is closer to achievable once I jump on the leg press, but also I'm hitting my quads in 2 different portions of the range of motion, right? With this lightweight, I'm getting a crazy good squeeze on top. My quads are seriously flexing fucking hard on the top of them. The most tension and fucking effort is right up here at the top of it. And then once I jump over to the leg press, It's the complete opposite situation. When I'm at the top of it, the tension in my quads is actually as low as it gets. And then it turns into it reaches its max when I get in like, the knee bending portion where I'm actually like deep in the leg press. So I'm really just wrecking my quads in the flex position and then in the stretch position. So let's do one of these and then decide how many I should do after, or if I should jump to something else entirely. Only time will tell after I throw this shit around. All right, come on. All right. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. No. Yeah. So, okay. Oh. All right, come on. Yeah. 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 One more. At least. Holy crap. Okay. Holy shit. Okay. Let me out. Oh, fuck. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Let's do one more. One more pump focus superset. And then we can scram. Let's make this shit happen. Let's make this shit happen. No, no pain in reserve. Zero threshold. So this set is going to be a bit more chill weight-wise. I'm going to try to make it crazy squeezing-wise. So even lighter than before. I mean, in the beginning of this quad portion, I was doing 130 for a single leg. Now I'm doing 100 for both legs. So much lighter. And I'm really going to fucking squeeze and hold it on the top. 10, 15 reps, however many I can really manage. Jump around, assisted sissy squats off the back of the machine. Insane fucking quad stretch. And then will I be ready to pose down? This combination has never failed me in terms of putting the finishing touches on my quad pump. But of course, the set itself isn't magic. It's because I'm doing it hard. Don't forget it. All right. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. That was an awesome finisher. Let's pose down before this pump starts to fade. Holy shit. Okay. Today was a very fucking solid leg day. Oh. More than enough volume to completely thrash my quads into oblivion. Some crazy squeezing, some nasty stretching. I mean, what else can I fucking ask for? Oh, so I'm gonna try to avoid my fucking classic leg day speech where I'm like, oh, why does nobody do leg day? We already know the reasons, because it's fucking hard. Oh, but once you get through it, once you've gotten through it and you're at the end, you get to enjoy a fucking nasty leg pump. And I do not hate to say it. This is something that not every lifter gets to experience. Because typically the gas pedal gets, let's just say people's feet get light when it comes to fucking their lower body training. So yet another fucking aspect of your lifting where you can separate yourself from the herd by doing what I would probably say the majority of people don't do. Be it the layman, no, I want to say, be it the more casual lifter or the even reasonably intense lifter, that's they're not joking when they say, let's do chest day instead of legs. They just don't want to fucking do it. Oh, let me let's get a little more zoom in here if I'm gonna back up that far. Yeah, there we go. Oh my gosh. Oh. Reasonable separation of hamstring and quad. Let's get an obligatory Arnold pose, because having a quad pump really makes this one fucking pop out. Oh, there we go. Right there. All right. Legs fucking cooked. I'm ready to go home and fucking chow. Chow motherfreaking down. So I'm gonna play my phone for a minute in the car just to kind of cool off, and then we can get out of here. Oh my god. I think I might need to crop this shirt a little bit. This is a bit much even for me. But let's get out of here. I feel like a new man. I feel like a new man. And not because I had a fucking badass leg day, but because I cleaned out the fucking damn near 30 empty pre-workout just like water bottles. Because this is my routine. This has been my routine. It's not necessarily fucking awesome. Let me put the cop shades away and then I'll show you. Here's the routine. Drive to the gym. Glug, glug, glug. Whoop. Right back there. Out of sight, out of mind. Oh. But now I don't have to look back and see a total mess. I get into at least clutter-free car. I'm not doing a deep clean yet, but just a little insight into my headspace right now. But after finishing that leg day, which I know I'm going to feel tomorrow, without question, I know that my quads are going to be tired tomorrow, and I'm going to be fucking just sore for probably a couple of days. You know, I'm not talking like just a little bit sore. I'm talking sore, you know. So I think there's two kinds of lifters. There, if you boil it down, at least into this context, there's two kind of lifters in the world. There's guys where if they do a workout and it makes them really sore for days after, they're gonna say, holy crap, I gotta do that workout again. Damn, that was fucking awesome. And then there's guys that are gonna say, oh geez, that workout made me really fucking sore. I don't want to do that again. Oh. And I have reason to believe, you know, not from any like numerical studies or anything, but just this is just a presumption, so maybe it's totally wrong. But I think most guys are gonna be in the latter category. They're gonna say, dude, oh, I don't want to do that again. That made me really uncomfortable for a couple of days afterwards. Oh, jeez. Oh. You know what I was about to say? I'm gonna curb my swearing. I was about to say B-word mentality. I was about to call you a B-word for doing that, if that's you. But no, I'll hold off. But I mean, don't shy away from it, right? The uncomfortability of the workouts is what gives them their valuable. They're valuable. It's what makes them valuable. If doing a crazy hard fucking leg day to the point where you're throwing up, which I've never gotten to, so maybe I'm fucking slacking all. Oh no, that was supposed to be my turn. It's blocked. I'll figure it out. But if you would only want to do a crazy lift, or even just do any kind of lift, if you knew, okay, this is going to be very easy, this isn't going to make me very sore, this is going to be very, very simple for me to do. It's not going to require that much effort. Okay, I'll do it. If that's all you're willing to do, then guess what? The gains that you're willing to make are maybe that much. Because, I mean, you know, newbie gains are real. From just going to the gym at all and getting some weight-based, like, you know, exposure, like not even pushing yourself to total failure, just coming to the gym and moving some weights around and hitting your full body over the course of the week, even if you're not going that crazy, that's still going to be beneficial. So if that's your first step to getting into it, absolutely no reason to dog on you. That's legit. But over time, if you want to continue to make gains, dude, there's an effort to it. You know, there's a difficulty and there's a discipline to being able to say, like, okay, this is going to be hard. Come on. And if you can make it a little bit easier on yourself to get amped up to do that, then that's what I think you should do. I mean, that's why I'm blaring all sorts of fucking music in my ears, because it gets me going. It gets me fucking amped up and excited. So that's what I'm thinking about there. But all I gotta do now is no, I'm not done with that thought yet. So that's where it's on you. You know, which guy are you, man? No one's gonna force you to do a hard leg day. This is something that everybody eventually realizes, maybe later than they should, but everything that you do after you're out of the house, you know, and you don't have to listen to your freaking parents, and they're not going to ground you and take away your phone. You know, once you're pretty much a full-fledged guy or girl, right, 4% female viewership, everything's pretty much up to you, man. Nobody's going to force you to do anything cool. Nobody's going to force you to go hard. Nobody's going to force you to go to bed on time. There's no forcing. It's all internal. So whether you want to do something cool and long term and fucking go hard on a consistent basis and make legit progress towards whatever end goal you think is, and it doesn't even have to be that deep. It's just something you think is cool, right? If somebody watched like whoever, any fucking badass, I mean, let's just fucking zoom way back in time. Fucking Tiger Woods, when he's a little kid, he's just watching his dad fucking hit balls on a consistent basis, like on the regular, fucking daily for hours. So I mean, he's sitting there with like his little kid club. He's copying his dad. He's like, oh, this seems kind of cool. Look at him now. And that's not an awesome example, because it's not necessarily great to like pick out the 0.0001% of anybody in any field. But I think the sentiment still stands. So if you, I mean, any fucking crazy ass guitarist, the beginning stage of them getting into it was like, oh, that's kind of cool. That seems kind of cool, man. I want to get into that. And guess what? It ended up being incredibly fucking valuable over time, to the point where they're going to look back and say, holy crap, I'm so glad I got interested in that back then and I started practicing it. So for me, at least for this period of time and the reasonably distant future, that's fucking working out, man. And it's it's not because it's like, oh, I want to have the discipline to work out every day. Yeah, I want to have the mental fortitude to push myself to failure on these sets. Nah, man, it's not even that fucking deep. This is cool. I want to do it because it's cool. Now, all the actual kind of valuable fucking, like, maturation that comes along the way, that's sick. But that's just the nature of it, you know? And what I think is really cool is getting crazy good at anything and, like, really locking yourself into something and really practicing it over time and adding hours to your timesheet after day for years. There's a certain kind of magnetism that's going to happen where anybody in whatever field you're practicing is kind of going to gradually form around you, you know? So I'm talking JoJo's. I'm talking JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, how stand users are fucking attracted. Now, maybe not, I mean, it's not like legit, right? It's everybody just working out. But over time, I mean, if you're a fucking gym nut, if you're a pump enthusiast such as myself, odds are if you end up fucking seeing anybody kind of big in whenever you're fucking walking around or just going to your gyms, you're gonna end up talking to them. You're gonna end up kind of exchanging info, even just chatting, shooting the shit, having fun. That's nice, man. That is very nice, and there's not a lot of that all the time. Like, you don't always get that. I mean, I'm seeing this right now. Anybody that's a bit older than me can really understand what I'm saying. But you're not always hanging out with your fucking friends, man. You've got stuff to do. And everybody's fucking move. I mean, I've got some of my friends who they moved to Tennessee, they're moving cross country, they're getting jobs and everything else. It's like people are fucking fading away, man. So kind of over time, your social exposure it decreases. You know, at least as long as you're kind of being reasonably smart about your time. Like, there's a certain amount of responsibilities you should be kind of taking care of, which, you know, just hanging out and chilling, it's not so congruent. So having something every day, which you get to kind of, for one thing, go to and enjoy, but also have guys around you who are doing the same thing and you're interested in the same stuff, you get to talk about whatever, just fucking, like, enjoy the space because everybody around you is doing the same stuff that you're doing. That's nice, man. That's nice. It can't be understated. It cannot be understated. So, not only is it my my fun time to just go and have a good workout, like, even if that gym was totally empty today, I'd still have a pretty good lift. But, you know, being able to have some chatting in between sets, a little bit of a 20-minute talking session at the end, just randomness, that's nice. I'm just saying the same thing over and over again, but trying to hype up the gym. I feel like a gym salesman, as though I'm sponsored by. It's like I'm sponsored by Big Gym to try to get people more interested in lifting weights. Not exactly, but you get what I'm saying. So, plan now, go home, grub on something, and then tomorrow is a chest day. Tomorrow is a nasty ass freaky chest day. So, what do you think? Am I gonna have a crazy chest pump? I don't think that question really needs to be asked. It's a guarantee at this point, right? Is the sun gonna rise tomorrow? May as well have the same fucking likelihood. But I'll see you then.